a bit more than a dace. There's another stripey. In the net, because otherwise he may fall off. Certainly more fun than the dace. Yeah, nice. Hi, I'm back at the mill stream again. Having spent the first 3 sessions of this season chasing chub, I've decided today to come back to the mill stream in one of the spots I fished on my last trip here, the last video in fact. And try for the roach and dace and maybe a chub or turner. I bought maggots and a bit of bread flake, that's all I've got today. I've got a stick float set up. Yeah, I thought I was perhaps concentrating too much on the chub, and when I was here last time the dace were valiantly trying to take my bread flake on an 8 hook on a quiver tip. But today I'm going to try the float. I don't know how it's going to work out. It's quite a turbulent swim, so although it looks like an ideal trotting swim, it may not be so. Anyway, I've thrown in a bit of mashed bread and I've got maggots. I've thrown in a few maggots. It's difficult to know where the maggots are going to end up in the turbulent water, but I've thrown a few in and I'm sort of ready to go. So, shall we get started? So, here we are again, as they say, but this time with a float. I brought my 10-foot TF gear float rod. I thought 10 foot was going to give me a better chance of perhaps avoiding getting up in the tree there. It's a Denon stick float, and I seem to have attracted some rubbish on my hook. And I've still got the 6-pound line on the main spool of the centre pin, but I've gone down to a 4-pound hook length, with one of these red, I think it's a Drennan red maggot hook as they call them. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. I just mention also that after the scare I had last time with that big chub, which nearly jumped out the net when I was bringing it in, I've decided that little 22-inch net I was using is probably a bit dangerous. So I bought myself a Dinsmore's, what they call shake and dry. This is a 24-inch net, just a bit bigger, but the difference is it's got a much deeper pan to it. It's still quite a free-flowing mesh for rivers, which is good, and the bottom mesh is finer to protect the fish. It's got a very light aluminium frame, and in fact I weighed it dry and it weighed a bit less than the 22-inch one, which was quite remarkable. It's got a very robust spreader block here, metal, not plastic. The only thing I've got to keep my eye on, because I've had nets like this before, is there's 2 screws in there which screw into the frame, and on another net I had years ago, one of these worked loose, so it's probably as well to just keep an eye on it. But it ticks all the boxes really. It's light, free flow, a bit bigger, deeper pan, and I don't know how good the shake and dry is, but if it is shake and dry, that's even better. So anyway, so that's an addition to my gear. As I say, I don't know how this is going to work, but the wind is horrendous today, which is not good for float fishing. Although I'm fairly sheltered here, I think it's going to play a part. We certainly moved into a blustery spell of weather. Right, let's put some maggots on and see what happens. I've roughly plumbed the depth in front of me, which probably bears no relationship to what's happening down there, but it's a good starting point, I suppose, just to see see how things go. But as I say, this wind could be a bit of a problem. Oh, well, that was a good start, wasn't it? I got myself hooked in a bloody reed. That's because I wasn't watching what I was doing. Oh dear. I could lose a hook here because that is a stiff bulrush. Don't know if I can pull it in and get hold of it perhaps without falling in the drink. Oh, good. Right, got to be careful in future not to do that. As I say, I'm sort of playing a game here between the tree above and the snags below, really. That's the trouble. Yeah, I think that just caught on the bottom, so I may be a bit too... I think there's a lot of streamer weed down there as well. Let's see if we can get out a bit further. It could have been a bite, it went straight under. There's probably lots of little fish in here. Yeah, I thought this would be a bit turbulent. There are definitely bites, but I'm not hooking them, am I? Right, got to get used to this. Maybe bites, so it may of course be. Maybe just catching the bottom in the fast stream. Yeah, I think I'm catching the bottom. As I say, it's quite a turbulent stretch to fish. Oh, that one took it as I was lifting it out. Yeah, that may be the order of the day today. Diddy dace. That reminds me, I must go and get my discorder out. I'm going to do that now. Something's having a go. Yeah, I think he's come off, but there's another little dace. But I don't mind, that's what I came here for today, some roach and dace fishing. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. The bait's not even getting to the bottom. But still. You never know what turn up in the river. Maybe just all small dace, or something else may come along. Lots of little fish down here. Oh, that looks a bit better. In fact, it's definitely a bit better. If that's a dace, that is a good dace. Blimey. That is a cracking dace. Oh, I don't mind catching a few more. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I don't mind catching a few more of these. Super. I won't be able to keep the camera on all the time, unlike the chub fishing where I hope to get a bite straight away and hope to capture everything. I think today I'm just going to have to give you snippets of the fishing bit, because I obviously I can't keep this camera going all the time. I'll run out of battery in no time. Well, there's certainly a lot of dace in here, which is not surprising really. Fast stream, classic dace sort of conditions. Yeah, I'll flick the camera off, and if something exceptional, well, not if something exceptional happens, if from time to time I just come back in, if I start catching fish in a different spot, or perhaps some roach or something. As I say, I'll give you some snippets today, because I just can't film it all today. Well, I've been catching lots and lots of dace, but just got to change here. Where's the line? Does the hook come out? I think the hook may have come out, but I'm not sure. But he caught a stripey. No, the hook hasn't come out. And it's well down. Oh dear. There we go. Right, a nice stripey. Well, that makes a change. It gave me quite a go, really. I thought it was bigger than this, but yep, okay, you can go back. I think they're small fish. The perch I caught earlier was down near in the slack of water here. It feels like a perch. Oh, it's come off. It certainly didn't feel like a dace. Didn't feel like a big perch, but it felt like a perch. That feels like a dace. Actually, it's not. It's a gudgeon. I'm obviously a bit deeper than I was before. I'm trotting the bottom. I'm catching gudgeon. I haven't caught a gudgeon for a long, long time. Right. Well, it makes a change anyway. I keep doing that in my way. When it goes straight away like that, you know it's the dace. So I'm going to leave it, let it trundle along a bit, and wait for something that really goes away. Oh, this feels a bit more than a dace. There's another stripey. I'll put in the net because otherwise he may fall off. Yeah, certainly more fun than the dace. Yeah, nice, lovely condition, but oh, okay. You escaped. Oh, Jesus Christ. He managed to get me with his gill spikes then, that's why I dropped him. Right, okay. I've decided to give up on the float. The combination of the wind, which has freshened considerably, and the flow is making it almost impossible to control the float. So it's not the best rod for it, but I've put on a maggot feeder here, which I haven't closed properly, so all the maggots are getting there, which is a bit stupid, isn't it? Yeah, I've put on a maggot feeder, and I've tied a 14 hook direct to the reel line, 6-pound line, and maggots on the hook obviously, and it's not the best setup really. I've got a centre pin reel which isn't going to be easy to cast, and this rod isn't really a quiver tip, but we'll see how we go. I just was getting a little bit disillusioned with the float. Yeah, I'm not really set up for this with a centre pin and what is a float rod. It's not a quiver tip rod, but the float was getting impossible, absolutely impossible. So we'll see how we get on with a quiver, with a maggot feeder and maggots on the hook. Oh, something had a knock at that, didn't it? A real bang. Wow, we're in. We are in straight away. There it is. Oh, it's come to down there. Oh, it's a perch. Nice perch. Oh, just came off. I just managed to scoop him in the net. Jesus. Tree's up, line's up in the tree. Oh, well, that's not too bad. Oh, looks like his fin's damaged though. Alright, let's put you back. Nice stripey. That's probably what banged me the first time. I assume these are all perched down here, but they attack the bait immediately it hits the bottom. Or is it? No, it's not. It's the dace. There's no getting away from them, ledger or float. Absolutely no getting away from it. Yeah, there must be dozens of dace, hundreds of dace. As soon as the bait hits the deck, this starts. But it's just all these vicious taps, nothing, no pulls. That was a fair old whack. So I'm going to have to hold the rod and feel this. This is the only way of doing it. It's funny, it stopped as soon as I picked the rod up. Probably no maggots left, that's why. No, I've stripped the maggots completely. Right, I'll hold the rod this time and feel the line. Right, I've hooked it this time. I think, I don't know what it is, I think it's just a dace. Yeah. Slightly better dace, but they're just dace, aren't they? I don't know whether to suggest for the last hour or so, I'm not going to stay very late today, I'm going to last hour or so just move up to the chub swim and see if I drop some maggots in there, whether I pick up anything. At worst I'm only going to get some more dace, but this is not really working here. I'm just going to try dropping a bit of bread between these streamer weeds and under that tree there. I've not fished here before, but I was just walking along and I saw it. Trouble is I've got a 14 hook on. I should have changed it really, but we'll see. Okay, well, a bit of a disaster. I forgot to, after recharging my power pack for the head cam after the last trip, forgot to put it in the bag, so the head cam is now dead and I'm recording the sound on my iPhone and using the camcorder to record me, so to speak. So you can't actually see what's going on at the end of the rod top now. I have to just relay it to you. But basically not a lot. I've just dropped a lump of bread flake under overhanging trees and between streamers but nothing's grabbed it. So normally if there's a chub around, they oblige quite quickly. So, I can only assume there isn't one at home, or he's not willing to feed. This wasn't where I was actually going to stop and fish. It's something I spotted on the way. I was heading for somewhere else actually. The pool up by the bridge is taken now, so I can't go back to the site of my great success. Nah, I don't think there's a chub skulking under here today. But it was worth a try, it was worth a dip in. Yeah. Line caught in my rod dress. We're real now. Oh, disaster. It's pulled a loop in my line, the rod dress. Oh, Jesus Christ. Complete and utter cock up now. It's managed to, I'm going to have to sort this out. It's managed to tangle the reel. Ah, dear. Well, not a very good end to the day, I'm afraid. I decided to move up the stream a bit because I was catching really nothing more than small dace in the original spot. A few perch, which were quite nice, but the dace were on the bait within literally seconds as soon as it hit the deck. So I thought I'd have a move, and I dipped in a spot along the stream, and as I was retrieving the bait, my line got caught round the rod wrist, and in some way or other, and I still can't work out how it did it, but it's created a tangle on my centre pin reel, which I tried to undo, but quite frankly I'd given up, and I was going to leave about 1 anyway, and it's 12:30, so I've decided to call it a day. So a bit of a disappointing day really. It was it didn't quite go as I planned. I hoped to be able to trot down that swim, but the combination of the cross flow and the cross wind made it very, very difficult. So, as I say, can't always win. It's fishing, not catching, I suppose. So, yeah, I'm just about to pack up, but thanks for watching, and if you liked it, give it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do. But until the next time, it's as usual, goodbye for now, and cheers. Thanks a lot.